Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. Karizma, a motorcycle coming at a price of 2.10 lakh rupees, while the Pulsar, a 250cc motorcycle, here comes at a price of 1 lakh 90. Now the price difference is almost 20,000 rupees, while the Karizma being a bit costlier. But does it make sense? Let's find out in today's video. Now both these motorcycles have got a different looking face altogether. Karizma जो थी और अभी जो बन चुकी है, it's very different, and same is the case for the Pulsar too. Pulsar has changed quite a bit. Now Pulsar, the N250, it's been almost 1.5 years since it's come. For the Karizma XMR, it's just been 1.5 months. So differences है काफ़ी सारे. Looking at the headlight, here you get multiple set of LEDs with LED DRL. Here you get two LED DRLs and a projector setup over here. But the overall brightness and the LED headlight ka intensity, I find the Pulsars to be better because it actually throws a proper light. However, the high beam unit is better on the Karizma. With the fairing, you get an advantage of a visor. Now this is a small visor, not as big, but then you can adjust it too. यहाँ पे visor का button है. The moment you press it, you can bring it to 1, 2, 3 levels, and that is actually quite nice. That said, on the Pulsar there is no visor or nothing at all, but then again the mirrors on the Pulsar are actually much better and they give a good view of what behind compared to that of the Karizma. Karizma का mirror का एक और problem है, they don't even fold यार. If you want to go the distance, you should actually prefer the Pulsar because this one gets a bigger fuel tank of close to 13.5 liters, while the same for the Karizma is just an 11 liter unit. However, the mileage from both the motorcycles is somewhere close to 30 to 35 kilometers per liter, and similarly you get a close enough range of 300 to 350 kilometers for both the motorcycles. However, the Pulsar will definitely go a little bit longer. The Pulsar N250 weighs close to 162 kgs, so इसमें no problems, and the seat height is at 795 mm, making it very accessible for short riders. अगर आपकी height 5 feet 5'2" के आसपास है, and if you are looking for a motorcycle that is short enough, the Pulsar makes sense because it is a very tight motorcycle, ergonomically बहुत ज़्यादा comfortable है. साथ में you can see I am sitting in a very upright but a slightly leaned in posture. यहाँ पे you can get a decent connect with the motorcycle. Also, it is engaging yet comfortable at the same time. There is just one problem, and that is the amount of wind blast that you get, but that's about it. For the pillion, you can notice the seat is wide enough, it is spacious, it is comfortable. साथ में the seat is also not too tall, do note. Now the Karizma weighs close to 163.5 kgs, वो मतलब 1.5 किलो ज़्यादा है बस वजन में. Once you sit on the motorcycle, the seat height is at 810 mm. So after putting my leg down, you can notice कि मेरा heels है ना थोड़ा सा ऊपर है, but that's about it. That is the only difference. Here the riding structure on the top half is almost the same. However, my tummy is resting on the tank. Yes, I am fat, I know that, but the whole structure over here is that you sit in the motorcycle. The tank is taller, the overall motorcycle is quite thin, and it feels comfortable. But I found the Pulsar to be a little bit more engaging. The moment I talk about the pillion too, here you can see the seat is a little bit smaller compared to that of the rider's seat, and the tail is a little bit taller too. So अगर pillion को बैठना है, and if you got a thinner pillion, here ज़्यादा problem नहीं होगी. Thicker pillion, yes, there will be a problem. Pulsars having an analog cluster is something that is very unique because I like the way the needle moves, and here an analog digital ka combination has always been appreciated. Plus this is an infinity display on the top edge. It looks quite nice for the Pulsar N250. You get a ton of information in it, and it gets a backlit too. However, the numbers are a little bit tiny, but that said, the overall cluster feels right at place. Same for the Karizma is good. It's a complete digital unit and it has a ton of information too, plus connectivity features which is not present on the Pulsar. So the extra price, you get connectivity features, you can connect your phone, you can get navigation data in the center, and you can get time, clock, all of that too. So this is a little bit more advanced, but the only additional part is just the navigation data compared to that what you get on the Pulsar. If you're looking for all of that, the Karizma actually makes a little bit more sense. If you talk about the switch gear too, here you get simple set of switch gear with backlit switches. Same is the case for both the motorcycles, but then again, switch feel on the Karizma feels a little more premium. I might say that there is a little bit of cost cutting here and there, but switches or ये जो overall feel है, it's good enough. Pulsar has it right too. Like overall for the motorcycle, for what it has to offer, and the switch gear ka set, it all feels quite balanced. Which motorcycle is a little bit more horny? Let's hear the horns. That was for the Pulsar. This was for the Karizma. So Karizma has a little softer horn. Now the horns kept aside, let's hear the exhaust note of both the motorcycles, starting with the Karizma. Which one did you like it? Let me know in the comments below, yeah. The Pulsar N250 gets an oil-cooled 250cc motor producing close to 24 bhp of power and 21.5 Nm of torque, while the same for the Karizma, which is a liquid-cooled 210cc motor, produces a little more power of 25 bhp but a little less torque of 20 Nm. Yes, power and torque differ quite a bit, but they are in the same ballpark range. यहाँ पे फायदा ये होता है कि दोनों का performance में there is a difference. बिकॉज द पल्सर हैज़ अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग मिड रेंज एंड अ डिसेंट टॉप एंड, मतलब इसको सिटी में चलाने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है एंड इट ओपन्स अप क्वाइट नाइसली विद अ वेरी गुड लो एंड टू. फॉर द करिश्मा लो एंड मिड रेंज थोड़ा बहुत है, ठीक ठाक है, लेकिन थोड़ा रेजिस्टिव फील होती है मोटरसाइकिल द मोमेंट यू ओपन थ्रॉटल. वंस यू गो क्लोज टू 7,000-8,000 RPM, द रेड लाइन इज 10,000. The Karizma feels lively, and that is where the actual nature of the Karizma is. A little bit sportier, on the higher end, going fast. So if you're looking for a motorcycle for the city that does not feel a little too restrictive, get the Pulsar. If you're looking for something that can do high speeds too, then pick the Karizma. Yes, the Karizma has a better top end, but is it dynamically strong too? To tell you honestly, the steel trellis frame over here does help quite a lot. The same for the Pulsar is a tubular frame, but then again, overall dynamics on higher speeds, it is stable. It has a very good straight line stability and it does filter through traffic very nicely. Cornering capacity, it is decent, but that for the Pulsar is a lot more better. You get better feedback from the handlebar. Yes, you get a handlebar setup on the Pulsar, while the same on the Karizma, it's a clip-on unit. I know I'm saying it and it might sound a little bit weird that even after having clip-ons, the dynamics of the Pulsar are better. That is because the overall balance of the motorcycle feels right at place. It is meant for shorter riders, the overall GC is tight, and it is a bulky motorcycle overall. So you get an overall good balance putting into corners, riding on a straight line, but then again it comes to the brakes. The Karizma XMR has a very small edge or an upper hand, I can say, over the Pulsar in terms of the braking department, because brakes दोनों के बहुत सही है. The moment you apply it really hard, both the motorcycles stop where you want to, both get dual channel ABS, लेकिन Karizma में आपको पेडल डिस्क का सेट मिल जाता है and that cools the brakes pretty nicely, and by the end of it, by the end of the braking cycle, here you feel that Karizma feels a little bit more solid. That said, the tires also are similar for both the motorcycles, coming from the same company for the similar size for the front, while for the rear, the Pulsar gets a 130 section, the Karizma gets a 140 section. Overall suspension too is something that is very comfortable and a little bit softer for the Pulsar as compared to that of the Karizma, क्योंकि यहाँ पे suspension का set, the overall motorcycle has been made in a sportier manner. It does not have the legend of the Karizma of touring and going the distance. Here it's a city motorcycle that is made really sporty, and that is really what the XMR is all about. Pulsar on the other hand is a lot more commuterish. It is a lot more comfortable. It is a lot more balanced motorcycle, and for a 250 for the price, I think that makes sense if you're looking for a proper commuter. If you like the Pulsar brand, you will definitely love the N250, and we have been loving it for the last 3 months because that has been our long-termer and it has been amazing. It is time to say goodbye to that, and it feels a little bit to our heart because that one just is amazing. I think I've used the word amazing again and again, but that is what it is. For the Karizma, now with a sportier avatar, it is a lot more attractive, it is very well balanced and at a very good price. 2,10,000 is not a bad number for this motorcycle, while you can save some money and get yourself a 250 at just 1,90,000 with the Pulsars. The choice is up to yours. If you want something that has looks, liquid cooling, connectivity features, navigation data, sportiness all over, Karizma. Comfort, lot more commuter, and overall good balance with the Pulsar name tag, the Pulsar. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.